Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Sorrel, Plant Spirit Medicine Woman, and today I want to guide you on a journey to connect with Great Spirit. We're going to be doing this with the gongs supporting us, guiding us on our journey. And also, for those of you who wish, we can also enjoy some cacao together. So if you have your cacao ready to go, then just rest it down for a moment and we will cleanse our energy field. Then we'll call in the directions with our cacao. I'll guide you through that process in the calling in the Mayan medicine wheel. And then I will talk to you a little bit more about the journey we're going to go on together to connect with Great Spirit whilst you enjoy your cacao. So let's start with the cleansing process. We will stand if you are comfortable to do so. You can also do this sitting down, and we're going to bring our hands in front of the heart chakra, almost in prayer position, just a little bit cupped so that we can receive the love and light from our heart. And we're going to use that light and that love to share with the universe and then call in the love and light of the universe to clear our energy field. So let's tune into our heart space, allowing our heart chakra to pour love and light into our hands, and then gather that energy and carrying it up over our heads, sharing our love and light with the whole universe. And then the universe showers us with love and light, which is always available to us. It's just up to us to be open to receive it. And now, gathering that love and light in the goblet that our arms have created, we pour it all the way over the outside of our aura, our energy field, with our arms outstretched all the way down to the ground, touching the earth if you can. If you can't, you can just shake your hands and feet. Giving it to Mother Earth. Anything which is stuck to the outside of your energy field can just be washed away now, so you're clear. Okay, now we're going to do the next layer, coming back to the heart. Keeping the hands in front of the heart in that cup position, our heart can open up and pour love and light into our cupped hands, scooping that energy up over our heads, sharing it with the universe, and now gathering that love and light into the arms and bringing it all the way through the emotional layer, all the way down to the ground. Giving it to Mother Earth, thanking her for taking away any heavy emotions that we may have been holding in our energy field. Whatever they are, any emotion which isn't comfortable, it's okay to let it go. So encouraging those sticky, heavy emotions, whatever they are, just to be released, just to be composted with the help of Mother Earth. She's a powerful sorceress and she can do that work with us. Now coming back to the heart, hands cupped in front of the heart, gathering love and light. Gathering that love and light and scooping it up all the way over the head, sharing it with the universe. Receiving the love and light of the universe into our outstretched arms, and then bringing that all the way through the physical layer, all the way through the cells of the body, all the way through the chakras, the meridians, all the way down through the spaces in between, reaching the floor, shaking your hands, stamping your feet if that helps as well. Just releasing any stickiness in the body. Thanks, Mama, for taking away any toxicity in the body, anything that doesn't belong here. In the spirit of health and harmony, just letting it go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now coming back to being ourselves. Now we're going to call in the directions with our cup of cacao. I'm going to do this part on my swivelly chair, to be a little bit more relaxed, and we're going to begin in the east direction. We're calling in sacred space, which means that we will be protected when we are journeying into the spirit realm. We are going to the upper realm, so usually you don't need so much protection in that area of the spirit realm, but just in case, let's call in our friends to protect us and guide us. So I'm going to turn my back to you as I turn to the east. Calling in the spirits of the east, we welcome you. We welcome the dawn, the rising sun. We welcome the fire element. We welcome new beginnings. We welcome Condor and Eagle. Today we wish to fly up into the spirit realm. Please guide us. Please protect us under your wing as we fly that high and pop into the spirit realm. We thank you for joining us in ceremony, and we share our cacao with you. Oh. Now we connect into our friends in the south direction, connecting with the spirits of the south, calling you to join us in ceremony today, calling in the water element, the flow of life, calling in the day, the warmth of the summer sun, calling in the spirit of snake. Please help us to release anything holding us back from reaching our highest potential. We welcome you and we share our cacao with you. Aho. Connecting into our friends in the West. Spirits of the West, we welcome you. We welcome the dusk and the setting sun. We welcome the earth and the fertility of life. And we welcome Mama Jaguar. Please guide us in our ceremony today. Protect us and help us to see what we need to see. We welcome you. Aho, and share our cacao. Connecting now with our friends in the north. We welcome you. We welcome the night. We welcome the bright moon shining. We welcome the air and the clarity that comes. We welcome in Hummingbird and our ancestors. So please come, Hummingbird, and guide us on this long journey and bring our dreams home to us so that we can land with our dreams in our hearts. We welcome you. Aho. Sharing our cacao. Now coming down to the earth beneath our feet. You might want to drop down and touch the earth. So I might just, because I'm going to be super relaxed and lazy today, I'm going to touch the earth with my hand just to connect in for a moment to Mama Earth. And then holding my cacao, welcoming in all of our friends in the earth realm. Welcoming in Mama Earth herself. Welcoming in Mama Cacao. Welcoming in the plant people, the stone people, the animals. Welcoming in all our relations, visible and invisible, on this earthly realm. We welcome you and share our cacao. Now we want to connect up with the sky, which is above us, but all around us. We're breathing that energy in all day, breathing out into that energy every day. So we connect up with Father Sky. I like to sometimes hold my hands up to remember to connect with this direction more fully and sense it with my hand. We welcome you, Father Sky. We welcome the breath of life, the winds of change. We welcome the blue skies and the grey. And we share our cacao with you today. Oh. Now I'm going to swivel around to connect in with the cosmic realms. So welcoming and sharing our cacao with Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, the star nations, and all of the cosmic realm relations. We welcome you. And last of all, but never least, we welcome in Great Spirit. Now, Great Spirit, we want to connect with you especially today. This journey is all about our connection with you today. So please open your heart. Please open the portal to connection with you today. Please help us to see what we need to see and how we can relate to you in our own unique way. What message you have to share with us, what healing you can offer us, and the love that surrounds us. Please help us to sense it and embody that feeling. We welcome you and we share our cacao with you. And now welcoming you and sharing cacao with you as well. So it's time for you to drink your cacao. If those of you who do not wish to drink cacao, do not worry. We will just talk a little while and then we will all go on a shamanic journey together. The cacao just helps to facilitate this process. So I have already drunk my cacao, so I can talk clearly whilst you are enjoying your cacao. So for this particular practice today, we'll be journeying into the upper realm. The spirit realm is divided into three main layers. We have this layer of reality, the middle world. We have the lower world, which represents our subconscious mind, our inner self, our power animals, and the landscapes of the earth as well that can communicate with us in a different way when we connect in, the archetypal energies of the earth. When we go to the upper realm, this is our connection to the higher self. It's our connection to our infinite soul, to our soul tribe, and to Great Spirit. And so when we journey up into the upper realm, it is all about love and light. It is all about healing and peace and harmony. This is the infinite perspective of reality that we are tuning into. And when I invite you to tune in to Great Spirit, I am using that phrase, Great Spirit. I also like the term, they who have 10,000 names, yet are still the unameable one. Because throughout multiple cultures across the world, there are different names, different words, different ways of perceiving, expressing the connection to Great Spirit. The Maya did not believe in God per se, in the same way as the Christians might believe in God. And so when we connect up with Great Spirit, we are connecting in our own unique way. This is also sometimes called source energy, the creative force that flows through life. And now these are all words. And for every single person I have guided on this journey before, they will connect in a different way. When I journeyed for the first time to meet Great Spirit, I was certain I was going to meet this beautiful goddess, and it turned out to be a man. And I was slightly disappointed because I had this vision in my head of what it was going to be. I was initially disappointed until I connected with the energy. So the visual representation sometimes can be challenging in that we're not expecting what comes through. Now for me, it was really helpful and healthy for the spirit of Great Spirit to come through in that masculine form, because I needed to rebalance my story around divine masculinity. So if something comes through for you in a symbolic way, there will be a reason that it comes through for you in that way. So tune in, and whatever symbols come through, whatever form Great Spirit chooses to manifest in for you today is the right way for you to receive their message, okay? Because Great Spirit can manifest in infinite forms. Other people have seen beautiful feminine goddess-like beings, or balls of light, or biblical characters coming through. And whatever comes through is absolutely okay. There is no specific way we need to describe this energy. The most important thing to remember is the love vibration that comes through when we connect with Great Spirit is absolutely overwhelmingly blissful and beautiful. So when I did my journey to meet Great Spirit, and this is over 25 years ago, I did this journey when I was working with a little group of shamanic practitioners in London, and we were all coming together once a month to journey together. Then we all had different perspectives, and when I was being called home, I really didn't want to come home. It was the most divine experience. I felt like I was home when I was in the arms, because I was wrapped up in the loving arms of Great Spirit, connecting with that feeling of protection, harmony, and pure, unconditional love. And there was no way I wanted to come back to this earthly realm and be back in my body, where things are a bit more challenging. So this is the other demand for you today, is that you must come home again. And you need to come home so that you can bring back these stories, the teachings, the wisdom, the healing, and embody them. Embody that sensation, that vibration of pure unconditional love within you, and then we can share it with each other. We can bring a little piece of Great Spirit's vibration home with us and refuel and replenish ourselves from that space of divinity. So I hope that makes sense. The next phase of the story is really about how we get there. When we are journeying, I will be asking you to relax your body, relax your mind. We'll be working with the gongs so that they will hold space for our left brain, which can chat away quite a lot. And we want to distract that left brain so our right creative brain can go off into the spirit world and daydream beautifully about what our connection is with Great Spirit and how that feels. So as I'm playing the musical instruments that are distracting for our left brain consciousness and our right brain is journeying, I will be inviting you to visualize with me. However you see is absolutely fine, in that not everybody sees like a daydream in front of their eyes. Some people are more kinesthetic, so they feel it in their body in a more somatic way. Some people are more auditory, so they might hear things. Some people have a more of a knowing, like they're making connections in their mind. However you perceive this, it's absolutely fine. And even if you just have a really deep rest today and you drift completely, and then you come back at the end when I'm calling you home again, that's okay. Trust that your subconscious mind is doing the work for you and you're getting what you need from today's ceremony. When we have started to relax our body and tuned into that third eye space, we're going to send our third eye connective energy up out of the crown chakra. We're imagining it like a little tiny white light. It pops up through the crown chakra and it's going to travel to a place in nature. I want that place to be grounded in this reality. So choose a place that you already know about. It could be a beach, it could be a garden, it could be a beautiful tree that you used to cuddle when you were a child, when you went on walks. It could be anywhere at all. And we're going to pop out from that landscape up into the upper realm. So first of all, we journey from here, from our own minds, out to a place in nature. When we get there, we'll look for a way to ascend. It could be, if you're at the base of a mountain, climbing up the mountain, and then we want to pop up into the upper realm. You might pop through a layer of cloud and feel like you're going up into the upper realms at that point. It's usually quite a bare landscape. Sometimes it feels like you're floating on fluffy clouds. That's quite a common theme. Sometimes for other people it can feel like infinite space. It's just a void. And whatever happens, it's absolutely fine. The way you're perceiving is going to be very symbolic today. Once we've popped up there, then we can call for a spirit guide. And that spirit guide can help us to then make that transition journey to meet Great Spirit. So we'll have a guide to take us there and a guide to bring us home again. And I will also remind you, once I've given you some time to connect with Great Spirit in whatever way is meaningful for you today, then I will guide you home again to your body so you can integrate whatever you explored and experienced while you were there. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to begin a bit differently today. If you journey with me before, then you'll know I usually start with the gongs, but because this is a journey to Great Spirit, I wanted to begin in a slightly calmer, quieter, more gentle way. And so I'm going to start with our singing bowls today. And so I want you now, if you've finished your cacao, then you can put that down. You can start getting super comfortable in your space. You might want to blindfold yourself, put the lights down low, close the curtains so you feel super safe, super secure. The sounds of these musical instruments sound much better when you've got decent headphones or decent speakers, so just bearing that in mind, and get really comfortable now. Okay. As we tune into the vibrations of these singing bowls, I want you to start to relax your physical body. We can allow the body to start to soften into the space that we've created for ourselves today. Tuning in to the forehead and the eyes, and just breathing in relaxation into that space. Tuning in to the muscles around the jaw, the mouth, the tongue, and just softening and relaxing and letting go. Now moving that relaxation all the way through the neck, the muscles at the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, all the way down into the shoulders now. Relaxing those shoulders, just dropping any burdens they've been carrying, giving them to Mother Earth for a little while. Now relaxing through the arms, all the way down into the hands and the fingers. Letting them be really loose and floppy now. Let's tune in to the upper part of the torso, so the chest and the upper back. Breathing in deeply, expanding that breath all the way through the upper half of the torso, and breathing in relaxation and breathing out love. Now let's extend that relaxation all the way through the abdomen and the lower abdomen, the lower back muscles, bands of muscles surrounding the hips. Softening, relaxing, letting go. Relaxing down through those hips and into the thighs. Softening those thighs, and now moving that relaxation down through the knees, into the lower half of the leg, the shins, the calf, the foot, and all the way into the toes. Consciousness. to imagine now that your mind is completely empty, like the void of space. And as we start to activate our third eye consciousness, our spiritual awareness, we can do that by imagining a little tiny white light in the void of our mind. So our mind is like space itself. It's just a big empty black hole. Right in the middle of that black hole, though, you can notice a little tiny sparkle of pure white light. That little sparkle of pure white light begins to get bigger and brighter and bigger and brighter. And it starts to fill up the whole of that void in your mind until your whole mind is full of beautiful white light. Now we start to expand that white light even more down through the neck and the shoulders, into the arms and the hands and fingers. It's like a river of white fire beginning to melt through any of those last little bits of tension in your body. Moving all the way down through the torso, down through the abdomen and the lower abdomen, all the way down through the hips, the pelvis, the legs, all the way down into the feet and the toes. And then moving out of the body, first of all just an inch, then even more, filling up the whole of the aura that we cleansed earlier, about an arm's length around you. So you're surrounded by a ball of white light. Now expand that white light into the room that you're in. That's really good. Sensing the different objects that are in the room. Allowing that white light to become like a second skin. Sensing, becoming aware on your behalf. Now let's take that white light out into the landscape around us. First of all, just about a mile wide. Sensing the area that you live in. Perhaps you live in the countryside, or perhaps you live in an urban environment. Wherever you are, just tuning in and being aware of the space that you live in. The birds, the flowers, the trees, the roads, the rivers, the rocks. All the different beings that surround you and the landscapes that surround you. Becoming more aware of them right now, from the ground beneath your feet to the air above your head and everything around you. Now let's expand this white light to include the whole of planet Earth. And let's imagine that we become as large as Father Sky, like the atmosphere that wraps itself around this beautiful planet that we live on. And as we wrap our arms around the planet, we're giving Mother Earth a giant hug. And we're expanding our consciousness around the whole earth. And as we do that, we can also connect up with each other. And all the people that are doing this cacao ceremony right now are connecting their hearts. We're empowering each other. We're strengthening our connection to each other and to spirit. And we're starting to become in harmony with each other and all that is. Now let's all collectively expand our white light into infinite space, tuning into how huge infinite space is. It's beyond our perception as human beings. It's mind-blowingly large. So just tuning into that feeling of infinite space and noticing as you expand into it how it feels never-ending, how it feels infinite. That sensation can be a little bit scary. So just knowing that you're safe, you're held. But tuning into the sensation of infinite space being like a giant womb that's holding us as material beings, as physical beings in this giant womb of space. Now I'm going to start drawing you home again to being in your body so we can go on the journey individually to connect with Great Spirit. So start to feel your energy coming back to being around this planet Earth. Start to withdraw your energy again to being about a mile wide in the landscape that surrounds you. Now start to draw it back into the room that you're in. And now start to draw it all the way back towards your body. First of all, just surrounding you as an aura, then in toward your body again so you can feel your skin. Now start to draw it all the way back into your mind's eye again. So you become that pure point of white light right in the center of your mind. This little white light is going on a journey to connect with Great Spirit today into the upper realms. And you may have a question for Great Spirit today. You may ask for healing, for clarity on your life's path. There are so many conversations you can have with Great Spirit. So if you have something that you're working through at this time in your life, or you would like some support, whether it's emotional support, or intellectual, more mental support, or physical support, you can take that into your journey today and invite in the healing and the clarity that Great Spirit has available for us. So let's begin now with our little tiny white light in our mind's eye, journeying up into the upper realms. Initially, we're just going to let it fly out through our crown chakra, and then as it leaves your crown chakra, it leaves the room that you're in. As it leaves the room that you're in, it's scooped up by a golden mist, which starts to carry you across the landscapes towards your favorite place in nature that you've chosen to journey from today into spirit. So feeling that golden mist lifting you across the landscapes, journeying across the urban environments, the countryside, the forests, the fields, the rivers and the roads. Maybe you're traveling far and wide across mountains and valleys, oceans, rivers, all the way till you start to see your landscape coming into view. Let's start to descend into that place in nature now, feeling ourselves floating down like an aeroplane gently coming into land. And as we feel our feet touch the earth together, we can sense the texture of the earth beneath our feet. We can smell the breeze, the fragrances from this particular landscape on the breeze. And you look for a way to ascend up into the upper realm. Maybe you're going to climb up a tree like a little monkey. Maybe you're going to fly on the back of a bird. Maybe you're going to walk up a path. Or maybe spirit will carry you there on a magic carpet. Now you can tune in to a way to ascend with your imagination. And remember, this is our work with our imagination that we are doing. Spirit will also communicate with us through symbolic language, but it is okay to use your imagination at this phase of the journey to begin. So start to picture yourself going up and round and up and round and up and round, getting higher and higher and higher. Tuning into our intention, we're going to the upper realms to connect with a spirit guide and Great Spirit today. We're going into the upper realms to connect with a spirit guide and Great Spirit today. We're going into the upper realms to connect with a spirit guide and Great Spirit today. And I want you to feel yourself now getting to that point of passing through into the upper realm. It might feel like you're moving through a layer of cloud, or it might feel like you're popping through some kind of membrane, moving up into the landscape of the upper realm. And remembering that this landscape might be quite hazy, you might not be able to see very clearly, and it might look incredibly different to how you expected or to just your normal everyday journey through life. Now I want you to call for your spirit guide to come. Calling for a spirit guide, calling for a spirit guide, calling for a spirit guide to guide me on my journey today to meet Great Spirit. And as your spirit guide comes forward, explain who you are and why you're here, and if you have any specific questions that you want to clarify, then you may wish to share them at this point. This may be a worked with before, if you've travelled here before, or you've seen in other kinds of journeys and meditations, or it may be a new one just for today. And now I want you to ask your spirit guide to guide you to connect with Great Spirit today. And they may take you on a journey within the journey. And remember that Great Spirit may show up very symbolically so that you can understand a message that's specific at this moment in your life. Remembering that Great Spirit can manifest in infinite forms. Expectation and enjoy the journey. I'm going to let you fly free now for a little while in this upper realm. You have your spirit guide to ask if you need any clarity from the information or the symbols that come through today, and I'll call you back to your bodies in a little while. Welcome home, everybody. Now starting to fully embody your body again, feeling your fingers and toes, taking some deep breaths. And as you begin to come back to full consciousness, tuning in again once more to the story that you've just explored in whatever form it unfolded. Whether it was a deep rest and now you're just sensing how you're feeling in this moment, or whether there was a whole scene, like a movie that unfolded before you. Whichever came through for you today, bringing that with you, just like when we wake up from a dream. I'm going to let you go very shortly so that you can journal. I encourage you to journal and then read through your journal to reflect, to make more sense of it, and then maybe more clarity will come at that point. I also encourage you to communicate with me. I'd love to hear how you experienced this journey, what your experience of Great Spirit was like, and how it felt in your body, how it felt in your spirit and your mind, what lessons you've learned, what wisdom you'd like to share with us from your perspective. I'm going to close the sacred space now so that you can go and do whatever you need to do following this ceremony. And I'd also just like to offer some thanks to everyone that's joined this ceremony, and for the likes and subscribes that you also achieve for me, so that we can expand this platform and we can help more people to connect with the medicine of cacao and with shamanic practices that help to heal our mind, body and soul. Thank you very much for joining me. And now let's all release ourselves by saying goodbye to the sacred space, the beings that have held space for us. Turning first of all to the east. We want to thank our friends in the east. We want to thank the rising sun, the dawn, the fire element, and Condor and Eagle for guiding us into that upper realm today and for helping us to see with clarity. We thank you and release you. Aho. Thanking our friends in the south direction, the water, the flow of life, the day, and that summer sun warmth, and snake who teaches us to release anything holding us back from reaching our highest potential. We thank you and release you from the ceremony. Ho. Connecting and thanking our friends in the west direction, we thank the earth and the fertility of life, the dusk and the setting sun. We thank Mama Jaguar for holding space for us while we journey today, and we release you. Ho. Connecting with our friends in the north, the night, the bright moon shining, the air and clarity of thought. Our ancestors and the hummingbird, thank you for bringing us home to the dreams that we're daring to dream. We thank you and release you. Ho. To the earth beneath our feet, we thank Mama Earth and all our earth relations, and we release you. And we thank Father Sky for everything that you do for us, the breath of life, the winds of change, the blue skies and the grey. We thank you and we release you. And we thank the cosmic realm, Grandfather Sun, Grandmother Moon and the star nations. Thank you for your light and your love and being a part of our experience today of infinity. We release you. And finally, we connect and release Great Spirit. Great Spirit, you have 1,000 names and yet are still the unameable one. Thank you for this blissful moment of connection with you, for the love that you share, for the understanding, the clarity, the wisdom, the healing that we have received through connecting with you today, and so much more. We thank you and we release you. And we release ourselves. Okay. I look forward to seeing you all very soon again in ceremony. Thank you for joining me.